1075 The Game Podcasting is sponsored by Modern Exterminating, a family-oriented company. Professional, honest, and dependable pest control solutions. We're your one-stop shop for all pests.
Everyone who's talked about that redshirt freshman, Riley Goodman, has said, look, he has got arm talent. Jack Veltri telling us yesterday when I jumped in with for Tyler on the extra point, Jack was like, look, this guy's throwing mid to upper 90s. And I understand that, I am old school on baseball in a lot of ways. I also get the analytics and the way the game goes now, but there's a few things I do believe in. Look, all the love of velocity makes you roll your eyes sometimes because you're like, yeah, but you know what you got to do sometimes? Actually, I don't know, throw strikes, change speeds a little bit. Learn how to pitch. It's not just throw as hard as you can all the time. And I'm with you because I agree with that. Still today, upper-level pitchers throw hard, but they're also pitchers. They're not just throwers, and there's a difference. But velocity is a thing today. You've got to be able to miss bats because the way hitters are tuned up today, if you're throwing average stuff, unless you're really good with location and hitting spots and mixing up your pitches and changing speeds, if you can't throw with some upper level velocity, you could be in trouble. So velocity is a thing. I know how much people hate it's a point people go, oh my God, another conversation about velocity. But it's the reality of the sport. And Riley, going back to the conversation, he can bring it. Gimmicks are great. Gimmicks are fun. But as long as it doesn't affect, the game itself, right? Right. I won't lie. I'll go to, the idea of miking up baseball players when they're in the field. I don't like that. I'm always like, look, I get you. You want to get, inside the game and stuff. But I'm also like this. They're playing. They're playing. If you want to talk to the manager, between innings, or if you want to talk to a player in between innings in the dugout, right? I'm cool with all that to give us a little inside, go behind the curtain kind of thing. But, dude, when they're out in the field and you're sitting here yipping, hey, man, so what kind of sweat socks are you wearing? Whatever they're talking about, I'm like, they're playing the game right now. That shouldn't be the time where you're yapping with them to me. Maybe again, that's me being old school, but they're actually playing the game, Jay, out in the field. Maybe, just maybe, and sometimes this is the way it goes, when South Carolina's had a level of expectation under Shane, they've underachieved. When not a lot's been thought of South Carolina, you could say overachieved. Coming off that 7-6 year in Shane's first season, not many people were thinking, South Carolina will, beat a couple of top 10 teams and end up with 8-4 and going to bowl season, playing really well. No one really thought that. But then after that 8-4 regular season, and then with the defections that South Carolina had before playing Notre Dame and holding their own against the Fighting Irish and having the starting quarterback come back and some other pieces, there was a lot of expectation, right? And then South Carolina went 5-7. Had to really scuffle to get to 5-7. To their credit, because the season looked lost going into November. So nothing was really thought of, no expectation going into 24. And South Carolina almost made the college football playoff. So then last year, a lot of expectation nationally for South Carolina. The Gamecocks are number 10 in the country after 2 weeks. And then the bottom fell out. So maybe another thing when you're looking for reasons to be optimistic or feel good or feel better or look at glass half full or whatever I'm trying to do here, there is going to be no expectation on the Gamecocks. Now, is there going to be pressure on Shane Beamer? Yes. I think we all understand that. There's going to be pressure on Shane because you can't follow a 4-8 with another losing season. But nationally, there'll be no expectation for South Carolina.